Hi, my name is Dave Grucock, and I'm a solutions consultant for K2 Fly, based in our Australian office in Perth. It's my great pleasure to introduce you to K2 Fly's resource disclosure solution and to highlight some of its enhanced features. Our resource disclosure V1 product, R-Cubed, is successfully used by many Tier 1 and Tier 2 mining companies worldwide. Aligned with the latest technology and our roadmap vision built off customer feedback, we present to you the next generation of resource and reserve reporting. Resource disclosure is the first module to be built on our resource governance platform. All the data is entered and stored in Azure Cloud SQL databases with full encryption and backups. The application can be launched in any web browser with single sign-on or by system login credentials. The new reporting function in resource disclosure is really very flexible, allowing you to easily create custom reports yourself without having to put a ticket in to create complicated custom SQL code. Once the data is being captured, it can be easily used in basically any configuration that you require. You can access the report section at any time from the menu down the left-hand side of the screen. This is also obviously available in any of the current pages. So if I click on the dashboard section, a new window opens with a blank template. Right-click anywhere in the template and then click on the configuration panel. This will bring up the configurations menu, as you can see here, it has 4 tabs along the top. If I click on the data source, I can select the data source for the report. So here it's public reporting. If I click on the main data box here, I can select the main table from the data event that I want. In this case, it's reserve, calendar year reserve. I go down and select the associated reconciliation event. I then select from the capture areas the area that I want to report on. In this case, it's Norseman. And then click Query to filter the data event. If I then go to the Forms tab and select the data capture event, which in this case, I want to select the reserve calendar year 2023 data capture event. And then I can select the material type, which is nickel polymet. Again, I can select the query button to filter the data. Okay, as you'll see, there's a basic pivot sheet appears that contains all the data that I've selected, or that I've. This is in a default configuration format, which we need to filter and configure in the way that we require to produce our report. So I can right click again and select configuration panel to bring up the field picker. If I click on the field picker, you can then build your own report by moving around the data inside the field picker box, or ticking or unticking these boxes to select or remove data from the sheet. I don't want to see the comments in the report, so I'll just untick the comments box. I don't think I need to see the material type configuration, so I'll just move that over into there to remove it from the rows box, and I'll move classification type from columns to rows. If I then apply that and remove that box, I can see that the pivot data sheet has been reconfigured into pretty much the configuration that I want it to be in. This is basically the way that a report might appear in an annual report. As you can see, the flexibility of the new reporting editor is really improved from R cubed. It allows you to easily create your own reports without having to rely upon building custom SQL reports. In the configuration panel, you can move rows to columns or columns to rows. You can remove data. So, for instance, I could remove the nickel grade quite easily here. I just got the nickel content. I can select columns or rows on the fly. So if I click here, for instance, in the classification type on the filter button, I can select all, or I could just select one classification type. So in this instance, I might select total reserves, and that just gives me the total reserves. I could export to Excel as well. So this gives me much better flexibility than previously. And basically, any data that's been captured in the data capture event can be selected and configured within these data capture sheets.